Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Whispers from the Void. I'm Evan.
And I'm Phil, WTS for the Intimates. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Phil, how you doing, kid?
I'm pretty good, kid. Pretty good. Busy, but pretty good. I have a lot of project going on, all fitting. All of this is complicated, but still, I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying beer. This is not my beer for tonight, by the way. I'm just going to chug it. Yeah.
I don't have a beer. I had Sprite and some pizza. I got home from work 30 minutes ago, so.
I cannot chug it.
We're doing top 5, mid-year top 5. It's that time of year again. It's Christmas in July.
Funny
The
enough,
date is the 25th, the date of my son's birth, and together we shall all rank.
And you know what?
Our
The
5.
day that this podcast will be out, it will be my birthday.
It will be
Because
Phil's
I'm
birthday.
a 29th kid. Hooray for me. And hooray for Drew. Drew is
There
the
you go.
king. Drew is like the 2 years old king. Long live the king.
So Phil was just telling me that he cheated on us and he did a top 5 with somebody else. So this is gonna be old news for you guys.
That's what you think. I haven't cheated. I haven't
He was
cheated because I
unfaithful.
told you.
He was unfaithful to us, and therefore he shall shame.
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 No, it's shame. Bing. Shame. Bing.
Shame. But yeah, top 5. Holy shit! I had a tough time. This might be the first time I've really struggled with a top 5. There was a lot of good ones. My top 10 is gonna be fucking. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do. It's gonna be so hard. I'm already having a hard time looking at the bands. I got 27 bands on here. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this, dude.
Dude, I have just 5 bands for now.
Yeah, I'm just I'm probably just gonna look at them and be. There's only 2 that I'm that 1 and 2, and I'm very confident in that. Everyone else is it's a toss up.
I have my 5, but the thing is I'll probably just switch some of them, and I have other ones that are on the list for the top 10. I have one that I listened recently, but it's not out until October. So I'm like, shit, I want to put that album because it's fucking good. So yeah.
Yep.
Before we start the top, let's go on the beer. I know that Evan is a Sprite guy now.
Yep.
He's not a spirit guy, he's a Sprited guy. Anyway,
I'm a
the
spit.
joke is not good. I don't care. Anyway,
I
I'm going with an oldie but goodie. I'm saying oldie because it's been a long time that I haven't them on the fucking podcast. It's Emporium with the Frullato, which is a fruited sour. I don't know what are the fruits. Oh yeah, it's guava, raspberry, and blackberry. Blackberry, raspberry, and guava. And you have some tetnang for the hops. And yeah. So I'm having this beer. It's been a long time that I haven't had them. Because Emporium changed a little bit. They are pretty good. But I was a little bit confused about their beer. And yeah. But it's a pretty good brewery in Quebec City. So shout out to them and shout out to all the team of Emporium. And yeah, pretty good. That's my beer. Anyway.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful red beer, which is now a lot of foam. Yeah. We love the foam. Anyway. Let's start that shit.
So, Phil, do you want to start with your first one?
Yeah, the
your number 5.
the number 5 on my list.
Yeah, the number 5. Kid.
They are pretty good friends of mine. I don't know if you. I don't know. What is it?
All right, you keep going. I don't know. Damn,
Cognitive. We're going with Cognitive. With the new album, Abhorrence. Is it Abhorrence? Yeah, it's Abhorrence. It's out. It was out, I think, in May, and it was via Metal Blade Records. So, to talk about Cognitive a little bit, they are more like a technical death metal band, technical with some slam elements, with some like brutal elements. Like they have a lot of elements like of death metal. It's a melting pot of a lot of subgenre of death metal. It's all leaded by the beautiful and the one of the greatest guitarists I ever seen, because this guy, he's just a beast at guitar. It's Rob Wharton. And also this guy got a flair to having, so because he's a manager also, manager for bands and all, got a flair to having some good bands in his lineup for the tour. Anyway, so we're not talking about Rob Wharton, we are talking about Cognitive. And the new album, it's out after the last album which was Malevolent Thoughts of Hasten Extinction. I don't remember the name. It's so long, but it's something like this. And I think that album was out in 2020, if I remember. And now they are coming back 4 years later with Abhorrence, which is the second album with the recent singer Shane Jost. Such a fucking great singer. This guy got the smallest body, but some big chunky vocals. That fucking dude. I saw that band so much time. Just like every time I see Shane, I'm just like, dude, how do you do it? I don't know. He's just like, he's a beast. And yeah, Cognitive, such a great band. That album was fucking great. It's, like I said, a melting pot of death metal. They have some slam elements. They have some death metal, like old school death metal elements. They have some technical elements. It's fucking good. They added something interesting. They added some clean a little bit, like half did in Of Rot and Ruin, and what is the other album? I don't remember. All That Was Promised, yeah. They added some clean elements a little bit that was made by Rob Wharton, and shit, that sounds so good. Like double vocals is just like the best. The only thing I can say that I wasn't pleased, we talk about it a shit ton of times. There is a fade out on the second song. Yeah, okay, I'm out. But
Phil hates fade outs.
I hate fade out when it's not on the good song. It's like you have a fucking album of 10 songs, put it on the 5th song. I don't care. Put it on the 10th song. I don't care. Put it on the 2nd song of the album. I don't understand. That's the only thing. But anyway, besides that, because I won't go too much on this, I went too much on the review of Seth, which you can see over there. Over there. Yeah, over there. Yeah. Come on up here. Anyway. Cognitive Abhorrence, fucking great album. Go check it out. It's banger.
Well, Phil, I don't think you would ever pick this to be my top 5, to be in my top 5. I have for my 5th one. I thought long and hard about it, and I will say I think it's gonna shock you. It's gonna shock a lot of people.
Don't tell me you're putting like a country album on your top 5.
No, I haven't. I'm not quite doing that. But this one is. I don't know. I think you could say it's out of.
Don't tell me you
character.
Don't tell me you put a K-pop album on your fucking top.
I have with me released March 8th, 2024 under Sony Music Entertainment UK. Judas Priest, Invincible Shield.
I mean, I see the resemblance with Rob Alford, but I never thought you were a Judas Priest guy.
I love Judas Priest. I've always loved Judas Priest.
They're fucking good.
Painkiller. I mean, dude, Painkiller. Come on. The 1980s, they were the best. Rob Halford's awesome.
Yeah.
This record it's Judas Priest. How could I not love it?
It's fucking good.
I just enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's it's the album I probably listen to the most, just because when I work I can just throw it on and do whatever. So it just plays in the background a lot. And they got good songs. I mean, yeah, they're kind of all about the same thing, the devil, but whatever. It's good. I like it. It's Judas Priest, man. Honestly, the guys are like fucking like 80. You know, like some of them are dropping like flies. Like,
yeah.
I remember their guitarist there, who was it, Glenn Tipton? Had that stroke or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, Black Sabbath is crumbling. Like, there's just all these bands, all of these guys that are like, they're older. I mean, for these guys to come out here, just fucking come back in kicking and just put out a good record. Like, it says a lot about them. It says a lot about the band, and they're legends. They are.
Yeah.
They did more for the genre than I think a lot of people give them credit. And Rob's probably the most unique voice. I would argue, like, he's top 5, easy, easy, maybe even top 3. Like, metal vocalists. Like, he really is the best.
If we blend all the type of vocalists, like the guttural vocalist, the scream vocalist, and the fucking like clean vocalist, for sure, like, even if we blend it all, he's a top 3. This guy
I mean, yeah, if you just take it across the board. Yeah,
he's
just across the board, your top vocalists. A lot, it's always subjective, but Rob's on there, man. He's got to be, because it's iconic, and everything that he's done is the highs and stuff that he can hit. I mean, that inspires a lot. So, they're good shit, man.
I saw them when I was like 15 years old or something.
Yeah.
15? Yeah, 15. When I was in high school. God damn, this guy. Fuck!
Now, he doesn't run around on the stage like he used to, but he's still good. He's still really, really good. And honestly, like, I put it in perspective. You can see, like, the Axl Roses of the world, like, who's the guy I'm thinking of right now? Motley Crue's guy there. I can't think of his name right now. Vince Neil. I think he's the only one who can still get up there, you know? Look at like even just like, who was I too? The guys in Kiss. Yeah. Like
Paul Stanley.
Yeah, just any vocalist of that era.
Yeah.
I want, like, go back and try to listen and try to figure it out. Like, I don't care if they're using technology to make it sound better. You see him play, dude. He can still do it.
Dude, like, when I
he
saw
can
him,
still do it.
When I saw him when I was in high school, it was during the last tour of Judas Priest before he came back with other albums.
Yeah.
Like, these vocals I cannot understand how we do it. This guy comes fucking motorcycle on fucking stage. And this guy just pushed those mighty vocals. When he did like fucking Painkiller, I was whoa.
They're good. They're good stuff.
Yeah. No, honestly, great pick for your 5th place. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. It's not.
Don't worry, because the rest of it's doom metal.
Shit!
Doom and black, baby. That's what's left.
Yay! That's like the only thing of happiness. The only inch of happiness in this fucking podcast. It was fucking Judas Priest, and now we are going in the gloom and doom, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff.
But not with me, though, because we are going in my 4th place. In my 4th place, it's... I talked about him maybe on, on a shout-out. It's the band from China. I don't know how to pronounce them. With their album called Frailty. And it's a progressive metal band that are just fucking monsters on the instruments. It's... How can I describe this? It's like... Imagine progressive metal on fucking mosh, man. It's like they decided, you know what? Let's do fucking syncopated type of rhythmic. One guitar that does something, the drummer that does something else, and the singer that does something else, and the bass that does whatever he wants. And just like it goes, you don't know where it goes. You're just like, okay, what am I listening right now? I don't understand. But then you see that, you hear that, they go on the fucking chorus, and you're like, oh, now I understand where it was going. And then they go back, and they're just like, okay, now I don't understand where they are going. It's a weird album, but it's so good. I fucking love that album. Like, I was surprised about that band. And also because Devin Townsend is in that band. Well, he just did the production, but I don't care. Devin Townsend was there. And Devin Townsend is my god. So anyway. But yeah. Oh, and Devin Townsend just did also a featuring on that album. Not only he was producing it, but he was also featuring in Purge, the second song. God. I was so happy to hear him scream. I was like, dude, you scream! Again! I want more! Anyway, that's my 4th place. Frailty.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't. R-O. O, ooh, L. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, shit. Fuck. What the hell's my next one? I went with number 4. I went with a fun one. I like it a lot. It's kind of funny. And they're gonna be touring out this way in a little bit. I went with I went with the aptly named May 1st release under an independent release of 10 Ton Slug Colossal Oppressor. I'm a big fan. I like it. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. and the music's good. The guys do a good job. The visuals. Crack me up. Trying to think about some of the stuff, but the music's really well done. The guys do a good job. It's sort of like your black, death doom. There's a nice little meld of all of it, and they were a nice little pop up for sure. It's a sort of sludgy, very sludgy, I would actually say. It's about a fucking colossal slug, so that's gonna be in there. I like that. I like this kind of stuff. I like metal that can sort of have fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like Frog Lord. I had Frog Lord for a while. Like, I still listen to Frog Lord. When they did Mystic Toad, I really liked that record. I still love that record. And I don't care if it's kind of like, oh, it's stupid. Like, it's fun. It's good stuff. The vocals in the record are crazy. There's definitely some multiple vocalists going on, so it's very fun. It's cool. It's great. Good music, you know. I enjoy it. The only thing that would make it better is I hope that if you see them live, they bring a slug on stage. Like, that would be the best.
Anyway, we are going on the number 3 on the list. And this one is a doozy. This one is some local boys from me. They are local in Quebec City. They are called From Dying Sons. And they have a new album out. The first album they released, it's Calamity. And that album, when I listened to it, I was on the back. I don't know if it's an expression that exists here. I don't care. I was literally on the back. I was like so impressed by that album. I was like, what the fuck? It's so good. I don't understand why is it so good. It's like it's technical death metal, but they have some groove elements. They have some like trash elements. They have some melodic death metal influence. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? How can you do that in all those songs? And the singer is a fucking beast. Like Matt Danny, shout out to him, is a fucking great vocalist. This guy can do highs and lows. They can do in between. He can do like fucking like gnarly sounds. This guy is a fucking beast. Like, he's impressive. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out on Kiritoris, the last Kiritoris album, The After Party. This guy is a fucking beast. So, and when I heard he was joining From Dying Sons, I was like, shit. Like, this guy is the best. He's the best. Like, so far, he was the best fit for the band. And yeah, From Dying Sons, Calamity. It's an album that talks about like Castlevania. So it's pretty interesting. Like the Castlevania stuff. I'm just like, yeah, that's my dude. Like the guy is just a fucking fan of video games. So he just like doing video game reference. And like on that album, he just created a fucking world. He created a fucking video game by himself. Just on that fucking album. He created a fucking soundtrack for a video game. It's just fucking insane. And yeah, it's brutal as fuck. I love it. So, From Dying Sons, Calamity. Go check him out. It's my number 3.
My number 3 is released on March 1st, 2024. And we've been a fan of these guys for quite some time. Volcandra. Volcandra, The Way of the Ancients. I like it. I've been listening to it for a while now. And I'll tell you this. It beat out 200 Stab Wounds for me. And the only reason it did is because I just think it's well balanced. Not to say that 200's new record isn't. I just think that 200's new record is so... I really like my death metal. Don't get me wrong. Werewolves is an awesome band. But I feel like they're in like the realm... They're in that same realm right now just because they put out so much and then they kind of just... Like, it's so much to take in, you're just like, oh, it's brutal. It's death metal. It's awesome, you know? I really like this Volcandra record because it's got a little bit of depth and it has like a story to it, and it's very well put together, and everything flows real nice, and it makes a lot of sense. So, my ears, that's what my ears tell me. Nothing wrong with anything else out there, but to me, this record sounds better, feels better. I want to go back to it. Yeah. I mean, it also helps that, I've loved these guys for a while now, and we saw them at RPM Fest, and, we got to talk to our buddy there, so. Volcandra.
Yeah. Volcandra is fucking beast.
Yes.
And also,
Big fan.
we talked with Dave Polensky on the podcast. Go check it out. It's the worst episode of interview we did because we had so much problem with that episode, but go check it out anyway. I don't care. I did so much SpongeBob reference on that fucking episode. It was a good time. Go check it out.
Yup.
Anyway, we are going on another second, and we are doing what we call a stop in the hardcore scene in fucking Texas. We are going with the boys of Knock Loose. We are going to get our mouth fucking faced, like fucking shit-faced. We are going to listen to a guy that just like fucking sing like like this all the fucking time. I fucking love it. It's you won't go before you're supposed to. The third album of Knock Loose, the long-awaited album, because I think it was in 2021. I put on my top 10. It was the EP that they released, and I was waiting for the third album, and the third album, it was worth the wait. Honestly, they released last year like 2 singles. They were fucking good. But this year, this album, my fucking God. I'm impressed. Like in 27 minutes, they realize what other bands are not able to realize in 27 minutes. They are just fucking insane. They have like this sounds that are just going in. And they just don't stop pushing you until they are over. It's just fucking insane. The Brian Garris voice is just fucking wow, dude. It's just fucking insane. And I'll be fair, my favorite part was the song with Poppy. God, the Suffocate song. Suffocate. It's, I think, one of the best breakdown of the year. I don't know if you have listened to it, but like that fucking breakdown got a reggaeton beat on it. Ooh. Like it just going like you hear Poppy during the song, she's like screaming like a demon, and like it stop a little bit, and then like they goes suffocate, and then like the fucking beat is just like doom da-doo 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 da, but like it's a breakdown, dude. It's fucking heavy as fuck. I was like, what the hell are you doing? I don't understand. It's so good. Anyway, it's one of the best albums of the year. Like, they're second now. They will stay second, I think. Unless there is another album going on. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But they will be on my top 5 at the end of the year for sure. So go check it out. You won't go before you're supposed to. By Knock Loose, they're insane.
I will say Knock Loose is good. But I argue this. My second goes much harder.
Oh, interest me, Daddy. Evan.
Dropping May 31st under Sacred Bones Records. Thou umbilical.
Oh yeah, that's good.
What a fucking... What an assault on the senses that fucking record is. That thing
record
is just... It's so wild. It's so wild because it still, like, you can follow along with it. But holy shit, dude. It is... It's been a long time since I heard something that was just like... like, oh my god. Like, I probably listened to it. The first time I listened to it, I had to listen to it, no joke, back to back like 3 or 4 times. Because I just couldn't believe it. The fucking thing just goes hard. Everything about it is just an assault. It's just an assault. You guys gotta check it out. It's fucking insane. If you guys don't know Thou, holy shit. It's so good.
It's fucking insane.
It really is. It's so good. It's just raw. It's in your face. It is still well put together, you know? For something like this, you would think that it's very like out, like all over the fucking place, and it really it's kind of like all tied in with a nice little bow. For as harsh as it sounds, you can really, you know, follow it. So I'm blown away by this, you know. I really am. These guys, it's nuts. Which should tell you something about my number one, because this was number one until I heard my actual one. But
okay,
that's coming up.
I'm intrigued now. I love Thou. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a pretty good album. I haven't checked it out that much to say, oh, it's a top. But I understand why people love it so much, because it is
securely in second place right now.
That's good.
Like between Thou and the next band, it just goes like this. That's it. They're not moving. Like, sorry to spoil it. When we do our final 10 year, and when we do it for Vox and Hops, you'll see. But it's like, those two bands, they're right there, and I don't know how I'm gonna have to listen to it. It's gonna be a brutal session listening to those two records back to back. So
yeah.
Brutal listening session.
I have my first one, the number one.
What do we got?
The thing is, you already talked about it. Go
Volcandra?
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my number one.
Wow, Volcandra's your number one, huh?
It's look
at you.
Like, I love brutal. I love it when it just goes in your face, because like, Knock Loose could have been my number one this year for the mid-year. I think they could have been. It could have been like my number one album, because I talked about it so much. It's so good. Why Volcandra though? It's number one. It's a fucking like, it just stay in your mind. It just stay there. The riffs are so catchy, but it's still brutal, and it's still melodic, but it's still in your head. It's not something that just like it just goes away. No, the fucking song, the fucking solo on Birth of Nephilim, it's just like such a fucking doozy, dude. I just hear the solo, I'm just like, God fucking damn it. Why? How? I don't understand. I want to understand more. Volcandra, come back in fucking Montreal. I want to see you again and buy your hot sauce again. But yeah, no, it's I'm fucking impressed about that album. Like, you said a lot of things about the album, but this, it's just like, I wasn't able to put them lower the number one because they just fucking impress me. Like, maybe for some people they're like, yeah, it's good. It's still black metal, melodic, death metal. It's good, but like for me, it's just like they have the catchiness, they have the brutal, they have the melodic, they have like it just stay in your mind. They have all, like, I cannot put it lower. It's just fucking insane. I love them. So yeah. When I said to Dave Valensky in the interview, when I said, like, it's one of the best albums so far, I wasn't joking. Because this album, they realized something that not a lot of bands are doing, like, in the recent years, is doing an album that is just, like, well-structured and catchy, but not being like, oh, just catchy, it's all of it. Like, they can't do, like, fucking progressive parts and just, like, come back and do something else. I'm just like, whoa. Like, chill, dude. Fucking chill. It's so good. I fucking love it. Anyway, that's my number one.
All right, Phil. I have a progressive death metal band as my top.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. With a runtime of 57 minutes, I'm going to tell you something.
What?
When I first heard of these guys, back when 2020, COVID years, and I saw their latest record had come out, I was skeptical, but I was instantly hooked in, and I honestly, looking at that 2020 record, thought, you know, I don't know, like, this is really good. I don't think that they'll ever get any better. I was wrong. I was so wrong. This fucking thing. I'm talking about a band that a lot of people probably haven't heard of, in all honesty, and it's a fucking tragedy. New Zealand's Finest released June 14th under themselves. Ulcerate, Cutting the Throat of God.
Ooh.
What? Holy shit, dude. This fucking record is so good. I listen to it every day. It is so fucking good. It is nuts how good this record is. I think this thing is, like, awesome. Like, it is. I love it just as much as I loved that Yatra record from fucking 2 years ago. Holy crap, dude. It is so... Yeah, it's been a while since, like, a progressive band really, like, blew me away. But these guys just... They don't stop. They just don't. They just fucking... The speed, the technique. It's really, like, technical, you know? If you really had to listen to it, it's very technical. The vocals just fit everything. Their breakdowns... I gotta tell you, Transfiguration, In and Out of Worlds, if you haven't heard that song, it will change your life. It's so good. I love it. Their breakdowns, the way that everything comes together, you just hit it. Dude, I can, like, every time I listen to that song, I think about the pit that must form in front of it. It's unreal. These guys are unreal. I don't think anyone's gonna top that record, dude. I have a hard time seeing anybody top that record for me. It's so good. 57 minutes of non-stop fucking bang. Just banging. Just
Okay.
And it's crazy. And like Them and Thou, it's like this. It's like this too. So you can imagine like that, if that's how you're listening. You throw Werewolves in there, and then you throw 200 Stab Wounds in there. You might not be able to hear after that listening session. You probably will go deaf. That'll be it. You'll be dead. Like, you'll probably die just right there. Because the brutality, the technique, the scream, everything. It's just gonna be too much for the senses.
Shit. That's a good choice.
Cutting. Oh, by the way, Cutting the Throat of God is a great album name. So good that I've gotten in trouble multiple times because people will be like, "What are you listening to?" And I'll be like, "Cutting the Throat of God." Look, and it'll be like,
it's like, "Oh Jesus, what are you telling us? Like fucking son of Satan, go away!"
It's so good, dude. So good. And honestly, like, I can see where the progressive comes from, but like, just everything about this record, to the music, to the band, you know, to how they play, to fucking the names of the fucking to Flows Through Ashen Hearts, further opening the wounds, to see death just once, undying as an apparition, cutting the throat of God. Amazing.
I need to listen.
You guys,
to it
if you're not listening to that one, honestly, if I could tell you to go home and listen to just one record, that's the one. Just go home, listen to that one, and I'm telling you, by the time you're done, you'll be a changed person. It will change you. It's good stuff.
Well, I know
New Zealand, huh? That island. Bangers. They're staunchly independent. Like they've done a great job.
Look,
you know,
it's winter right now in Australia and New Zealand, so they have like the cold times right now. They are releasing some good albums.
I'll tell you right now, fucking black metal better look out, because if these guys get a hold of it, they'll change it.
Jimbo, listen. Jimbo, listen to us. Your country is a good country.
Oh my God. Fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Jimbo from the River Crew is Australian, so it's a good country.
Well, these guys, this is New Zealand, so
yeah, it's near.
No, I gotta separate them a little bit, but
it's like saying Americans and Canadians.
Bro. Badass.
Like saying Quebec and Canada, it's the same fucking thing.
Badass record. Ulcerate. Cutting the Throat of God. Might as well just put it down as my top album of the year, because I don't see anybody beating that. It's gonna be a fucking battle.
Okay, that's interesting. I need to listen to it more. I've listened to it one time, and what I could say.
And you're the progressive guy.
Yeah, but like, there's so much difference of progressive. It's like, I love progressive, but like, this was fucking good. I cannot tell you otherwise. It was good. The thing is like, sometimes I was listening to it, I was like, okay, do something else. I'm saying do something else, god damn it.
You have to really, like, they do a lot of stuff. You have to really, like,
because like, there's some good part, there's
like,
some,
you gotta
some
really
cool
like
part,
dive into it.
There's some brutal parts. I probably need more listening. That's maybe
so
my
in
problem.
2020, Ulcerate came out with Stare Into Death and Be Still.
Yeah, that one was fucking good.
I think that was Jerry's top album of the year.
Yeah.
When it came out. That record was so good. And they just have a sound of their own that's just so unique. And it's really it's nuts. It really is just nuts. I'm finding that bands who have less members end up doing more with their music. Like, it just sounds more, you know?
More
as opposed to bands that have 9 members, you know? Like, I listen a lot to that Hanging Garden album from last year, and they're like 11 members. And I feel like these 3 guys do more, if not like equal to, if not more than 11 people making music. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Sometimes more is too much. And sometimes
less is more. And I think that can be said,
yeah,
with bands too. Yeah, you know. You want it to Yeah, they just do more because individually they do more, you know, and you get a lot of difference. The guitar play in this is awesome. You can really tell the difference in the picks and the speeds and like the control. The control is unreal. Really, it is. It's unreal.
Well,
check it out. What the fuck are you still doing here? Go fucking listen to it.
Now that you jizz everywhere and your room is white.
That's just my curtains.
Oh shit.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
I know, it's a good album. But I haven't listened to it that much. Because like I knew you were going to put it on the album. I have one honorable mention. I knew it. You were going to put it on that fucking top. So I was like, I cannot listen to it too much because he's going to put it.
I got one honorable mention. That'll
Is it the shout out time or just the honorable mention?
You know what? We'll do shout out. Do shout outs.
Shout out is
this will be my shout out.
Yeah, honorable mention is slash shout out. Shout out.
May 31st under Black Lodge Records was the album The Star by Wormwood, and that's a weird one, very weird, but very good. If you like weird, you will like The Star by Wormwood for sure.
That's a good one. Pretty good.
I really don't even know how else to describe it to you. There's a child chorus in like the first song. It's crazy. It's good stuff. But it just didn't quite make it.
Well,
it'll be in the top 10 though. It'll be top 10. Didn't make top 5.
Well, my honorable mention slash shout out of the week is Seth, La France des Maudits. We just did a fucking review about it. Go listen to it. I think I'm pointing too much on that side, don't you think? A beer! Anyway. Seth, La France des Maudits. It will be a top for sure. I don't know where in my top 10, but it will be. It's a fucking great album. In French, please. It's fucking insane. Like, that album is just fucking good. Like, all the songs are fucking good. Even though I'm still a big fan of La Morceau du Christ, their album that released in 2021. But it's still a fucking great album, and I needed to put it in my shout out of this week. They are so good. So go check it out, Seth. It's been out since July 14th. True Season of Mist record, and that's the end of the shout out section. Now.
That's the end of the podcast. Go talk to your family or something. Go listen to Ulcerate. Go listen to anything Phil suggested.
Yeah.
Check out RPM Fest. It's coming up. Coming soon. It's coming fucking soon.
Yeah, RPM Fest.
It will be Labor Day weekend. Check it out. Cool bands.
I'll be there.
Bands like Prong.
I'll be
they
there.
Got bands like Josta. Want to go see Jamie Josta?
I want to see Jamie Josta. Yeah.
Go see him. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Go check it out. It'll be cool. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
No, come on. Let's do
Bye.
a good end. No, it's not a good end.
That's a great end.
You could say it's Evan and I'm Phil, and see you on the next episode, which will be after a break, maybe. I don't know. Maybe after RPM Fest. I don't fucking know. Bye. And this is a good end.
Now they're really deaf.